Hello everybody, once again I'm making some more videos, and I decided that if I've got YouTube as a tool that's going to allow me to communicate with multiple people, I decided I was actually going to talk about something important. And I thought that I would do a video on sexuality because it's complicated. It is really complicated. A lot of people like to think it's simple, but it's not. And there are lots of people watching this thinking that they're straight and that means they're normal. And guess what? They're not normal. Nobody's normal. In this first part, I'll be talking about orientations because there are lots of different ones. Most people know heterosexual, homosexual and bisexual and what that means, but unfortunately a lot of people add extra meaning. So they assume that because of someone's whether they're gay, straight or bi, that they behave in a certain way or that they like certain things. And it's not people pointing out our orientation that bothers us, it's when people make assumptions about what that means. And that's what we're worried about. And that's what you're worried about, isn't it? The important thing to remember is that someone's preference, orientation, someone's gender and their sexual behaviours are very different, and it's not right to make an assumption about one of them based on the others. So it's not, for example, fair to assume that a woman's a lesbian because she behaves in an androgynous way. I know loads of straight women who behave like men, either consistently or every now and then or vary here and there, and I know lots of straight men who behave in a very metrosexual, effeminate way. Yeah, it's not fair to assume that because someone's gay that they like certain things. It's not fair to assume that because someone's bisexual that they like everybody. If you're that curious about someone, ask them. Talk to them. Because when you talk to people, that's when you learn what they're actually into. And to make assumptions is arrogant, ignorant and stupid. There are other orientations besides heterosexual, homosexual and bisexual that are less known. The first one is asexual. Asexual is basically when you don't have a strong attraction to anyone or anything. Some people confuse this with celibate, and the best example I heard is that a priest is celibate. You know, he could be attracted to women, but he doesn't do anything about it for cultural or religious reasons. Whereas if someone's asexual, they're just not interested in they're not interested in sex at all. They look at sex in the same way a non-stamp collector looks at stamps. Polysexual is a bit different. It's when someone's attracted to multiple sexes, but not necessarily binary sexes. So a polysexual could just be attracted to women, hermaphrodites, and female to male transgender or transsexual. Or they could just be interested in men and female to male transsexuals, you know, something like that. But generally they're interested in one or the other binary, or both binary sexes and something else. That's what defines them, because obviously a bisexual just likes men and women, a polysexual would like men and or women and something else. Now, I said in my last video I was pansexual, and that means that you just don't give a damn what someone's got between their legs. Male, female, something in between, you know, that's what you don't care. And I think a lot of people try to put themselves in boxes. They try to think, they scramble around on the internet trying to find that right label, that correct term which describes them perfectly on what they want, what they like. And the problem is that none of these terms mean a great deal. Really, does it? It doesn't mean anything. If you say you're a lesbian, it means you're a woman that likes other women. It doesn't mean you drink lager, it doesn't mean you play tennis, it doesn't mean you've got a short haircut and you're a truck driver, it just means that you're a woman that likes other women. If you're a bisexual, it doesn't mean that you fancy everybody you see, it doesn't mean that you're a bit girly, a bit blokey, it doesn't mean that you're into doing absolutely anything with anyone. It just means that you're attracted to both binary genders. If you're straight, it doesn't necessarily mean you act like a man. It doesn't necessarily... Because, seriously, I've had comments from, especially women, who say, oh, I like a real man. And you look at her boyfriend and you think, really? Really? Because despite what a lot of people think, I have actually got quite a strong male gender identity. I'll be talking about that later on. And you think... I'll also be talking about straight people and how they're really not as normal as they think they are. And you think, hang on a minute, who are you to judge me? You know, that everybody's weird. There's normally androgynous women who make comments like that. It's like, I remember one girl said to me, she said, you like men, I like real men. I said, well, I don't like real men, but I do like real women, so fuck you and your boyfriend. Not literally, because you're both ugly. So yeah, that's going to be my video on orientation. I hope it's going to help people realise that, you know, orientation doesn't mean a great deal, and I'll be talking more about gender in my next video, because I'm not just pansexual, I'm a pansexual gynophiliac, and if you want to know what that means, wait for part 2.